Hello everybody and welcome back to GreenRiver. Today we've got many things to do, including feeding the pigs, spreading the compost with the gigantic, I think it's the 40-ton spreader, absolutely massive thing, and we might even go back to a bit of harvesting, because what we need to do is get some straw for some more pellets. I'd like to do some more pellets as soon as possible. It is quite an addictive thing to do, that's what I found. I don't think it's going to be on a super big scale, because what we'll be doing is selling them straight from the trailer. We might palletise a few, but overall it'll be coming straight from the pelleter into a trailer and straight to the sell point. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll see how we go, but yeah, it's definitely something which I enjoy doing a lot. The pellets, which is the straw harvest add-on. Okay, so here we are, and I don't know if this is going to be any use to the pigs. Obviously it's total mixed ration forage if it was cows. But yeah, I don't think the pigs do require anything like this. I'll give it a go anyway. It's highly unlikely it's going to accept it. I don't see what category it would come under, but we'll give it a go. We'll just say the tipping icon is there, but yeah, total mixed ration. Definitely not for pigs, for cows. So we're going to have to just tip it somewhere. It's a shame. If only we did have some cows, it'd be fantastic. Maybe this sort of setup would be perfect for the Valley of the Old Farm as well, because then we can get technically free total mixed ration for the cows we have. Anyway, I'll just put it over here. It's a bit of a scruffy thing to do, but I have absolutely nowhere to put it otherwise. Try and put it a bit further back. There we go, it's not too bad. So that now frees up the trailer, which we're going to use to load up the pig food. Try and swing around here and fill it up from an angle. Yep, that should just about do it. Yeah, I'll just reverse up, make it look a bit neater. And there we go. So there is quite a bit of pig food in here. It's going to take a while to fill. It's a fairly slow fill rate. 16,500 litres. Very impressive. We're out of potatoes and whole grain. That gives us something to do while we're waiting. We'll top up the potatoes. Yeah, so clearly the water consumption is slower than the potatoes and whole grain. I'm not too sure why, but yeah, I suppose it's because it's the cheapest thing here. We have to keep filling it up with the two solids. The whole grain, as somebody did mention before, and I did mention in a previous episode, is possible to make yourself. If you get the whole grain manufacturing plant, which is a mod, I think it's replaceable, you can actually turn grain, I think it's primarily wheat, but possibly barley as well, into whole grain. So again, it's a cheap way of actually getting hold of whole grain for the pig food mixer. So it is essentially cheap to create pig food if you want to go to the effort of getting the ingredients, otherwise it's very expensive. Is that pretty much it? One more load, just over 1,000 litres required. And hopefully by then the trailer will be full. Yeah, it's getting there. Almost there. So it's going to be a fairly packed video today. We've got a lot of stuff to do. The compost we're just going to do in the one field which we started, which shouldn't take us too long, field number 27. But we'll see how we go. It doesn't have a very wide working width, but as it has such a large capacity, it still doesn't take too long, since we don't have to keep stopping to refill, which is brilliant. Okay, so that is the potatoes done. Let's just take the weight off that. Is that finished? Still going. 6,000 litres left. Just back up a bit. Good. As you can see here, the productivity is really bad, 4%, and everything else is pretty much empty. They're staying alive and keeping some productivity because they do have water and a root crop, which is good. But everything else just isn't here. But that is all within the trailer, with the exception of straw. Okay, so that is pretty much done. 600 litres left. 300 litres left. We'll be there in a second. And we're done. Fantastic. So we'll tip it all in here. Despite it being a 73% full trailer, it isn't going to look that impressive once it's been unloaded, as it's being spread across so many different requirements, so many different ingredients which are required. But it is still going to be a good step in the right direction. Oh, that's not good. There is a pig right behind me. 2 pigs right behind me. Come on, pigs. Come on. That'll do. That pig can stay there. That's good. Okay, so as that tips, it's going to fulfill some of the requirements, hopefully. But yes, as I said, it's just not enough. It is surprising how much they do require. Impressive stuff. But that's enough for today. That is enough of the pigs for today. They're going to hopefully boost their productivity back to roughly 100%, maybe 90%, as they do still need some straw. But overall, that is a huge improvement to what it's been in the past. Obviously, we're going to have to get some more whole grain at some point, but not today. So there we go. Let's just turn the engine off. We'll head over to the muck spreader. Probably close the gate too. Always an advisable thing to do. So here is the beast, and well, as you can quite clearly see, it is a huge muck spreader. This is part of the big bud pack, and well, if you're into this kind of stuff, this huge equipment, it's definitely worth getting just for this. So if I just put the course to about here, it should be able to do this with ease, hopefully. Come on. Good, okay, off we go. It might miss a tiny bit to begin with, but after that it will settle down and it should all be very good. And we're done. It's amazing how quickly you can get it done. Although, maybe it isn't that amazing when you consider the size of this thing. That is just absolutely huge. I can't think of another word for it. But it is. It's just gargantuan, mammoth, gigantic, humongous. The list goes on. Anyway, yeah, let's move away from this, and I've got my field of view set wrong. That's better. I need one of these things for my vegetable patch at home, although, actually, no wait, it is bigger than my vegetable patch at home. And why would you spend £200,000 on composting your vegetable patch? I have no idea. Anyway, yes, let's move on. I did actually think while doing that we should probably consider setting things up for field number 9. I do want to do some harvesting of some wheat or some barley, but yeah, field number 9 is a bit of a priority. So I would say, if we can get everything on the go pretty much, probably for next time, then it will really help us quite a bit. I think we'll go for a New Holland setup, shall we do? Or maybe we should go for something a bit smaller, so that we can actually keep up with them when it comes to harvesting. Obviously a Massey Ferguson I'm just drawn to straight away, but also the case, the roster mash, yeah. Anything here. Anything. It's so tough. I won't go for the most expensive. I'll go for the axial flow. This one here. It is still pretty expensive. They're going to be leased because we need to have 2. Which means we need to get some money. Okay, so with this we need to have the sunflower header. Which is potentially the HS60, I'm not too sure. We'll soon find out. That could actually be for the corn header, so we'll probably have to go for, I think it's the Capello. But anyway, wheel setup can be, yeah, we'll have crawler tracks just for fun. And should we have a variety? I'll get a Massey Ferguson, there we go. I would have thought The sunflower header will fit to both of them. I can't see any reason why they wouldn't do. That is the biggest Capello sunflower harvester header. Is the smaller one down worth it? Probably not. I wouldn't have thought it would be. So we'll go for this one here. So we need to actually have 3 of these, since the John Deere, well, the John Deere probably could actually get away with just having the small one, could it? No, okay, no. We'll have all 3, except I can't actually buy everything at this stage. There is no space. I have bought too much stuff. That happens way too often. I'm always buying way too much stuff. So we'll just clear the area. There's a bit of a swing around here. Okay. Yeah, probably still not aligned properly. Okay, so there we go. Yep, it's huge. It really is huge. It's going to have a trailer as well, which will be leased. There's no point having to buy all these different things when it would completely outweigh our profits. After all, this series isn't for profits. It's just purely to go crazy with the amount of machines we can have and the size of machines that we can have. This is probably taking it to a new level though. I probably wouldn't have expected to have 3 combine harvesters at the beginning of the series, but there you go, we do. I'm going to have to pull these out of here with the tractor because they've actually spawned inside, and obviously we can't get the header through these doors. Next to impossible. It is impossible unless we destroyed the building, but then that would just be absolutely ridiculous. So let me just put it onto here. I'm hoping to be able to tow these trailers. Yes, we can do, that's good. I think it's the smaller case which doesn't allow you to actually tow a header at all, no trailer, which is kind of unusual. I don't know why you'd not want to be able to tow a trailer, especially when the bigger one can do. Right, so that's hopefully on there okay. So I'm just going to, get things done. The John Deere can stay over at the field because we can actually take the header for the John Deere with the tractor. So that is not a problem. Sorted. So yeah, that is 3 combines which are going to be set up for this field. The John Deere is actually still in the field where we were doing the... What were we harvesting? Sugar beets, canola. That's going to crash into me, definitely. Goodbye, traffic. Yeah, canola. We're doing the canola for the biodiesel. So, what on earth? How has that managed to crash into there? Sometimes I despair for workers. That's it. Let's just get out of here. That would be the best thing to do. Maybe when it's out on the road it'd be fine. It should be. I've done this many times before. And we're gonna have to have probably the biggest trailer to actually be able to keep up with the combine harvesters. What is it with that tree? Everyone loves the tree. I mean, I love the tree too, but I'm not gonna go and crash into it. It's not appropriate. It's bad for the tree. It's like everybody who leaves the shop has to go and run into the tree before they leave. How strange. Anyway, yeah, with a bit of luck we'll actually get to the field today. Let's see how we do. I think, to be fair, it does just happen. It's when you start them off a bit too close, they get a bit confused as to where you are. So they swerve left to right, and then eventually they will find you, providing they're in the middle of an open field. If they're in the middle of a very narrow area, they'll just crash into whatever's there. But as you can see, that's working well. Perfect. But yeah, as I was saying, we do need to have a fairly big trailer to be able to keep up with the demand of the combine harvesters. With them being so big, these headers, they're going to be taking in so much at a time, obviously filling up fairly quickly. Here's the field. At least here's one end of the field. The other end is the other side of the map. It's one seriously long but fairly narrow field. I think, yeah, we'll start at this end of the field. It just seems to be better because we've got a bit of a curve at the top there. Must be because of the road. So yeah, this is probably the best way of staying in a straight line to begin with, at least. However, lack of space could be a problem. I might have to take a headland off first myself. In fact, yeah, we will do. We'll do that today. We can take one headland off. That way I can also calculate how long it's going to take to fill a combine, and yeah, it should just make everything much easier. I can pretty much guarantee that if we don't take a headland off, everybody's going to be crashing into these trees, and it would just be no fun at all. There is a river as well, so I must be careful of the river. I would say, at this stage, if I just put that there, make sure the combine does not follow us, then I should be able to get it attached fairly easily without ending up in the river. And then once it's been done, I can hopefully move it out of the way and begin. But yeah, the next episode is going to be full on sunflower harvest, and then sometime after that we'll also do a wheat or a barley harvest to be able to do some more pellets. As the header trailers are not required anymore, I've returned that one back to the shop. No point wasting money. He would have charged us again after 1 hour's sitting around, and then obviously every day. Oh no, not this again. I always forget the PTO. I don't know why. So it looks like this map has got a texture change for the sunflowers, because yeah, the header is still showing the previous colour, the base colour. But I think it does look better, because yeah, sunflowers do go really dead looking. Well, they do, they die, I think. And then as they die, they start to release their seeds. They produce their seeds and release the seeds, which is when the birds like to come and eat them. Or a combine harvester. Combine harvesters do like the sunflowers too. I'm trying not to miss too much. But as you can see there, it is filling up quite quickly. Not bad. With a bit of luck, we should be able to go around the entire field once. The good way of testing this is if we can get a quarter of the way around before we get to 25%. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. We're not gonna be able to do that. Oh dear. Actually, we will be able to do it, because what I do need to do mainly is the top and the bottom of the field. The sides don't actually need to be done, so I won't go down again. We'll just go down without cutting. We'll cut the top, we'll go back down, cut the bottom, and then we'll be ready to go in the next episode. Kind of building it up here. We're not going to do anything with the 3 combines today, and probably not the best way of doing things, but at least it keeps the suspense up for the next episode, when hopefully everybody's looking forward to seeing the 3 together. I'm going to try and have like a staggered look, so we have one, then the next one just diagonal to this one, and then again diagonal to the other one. We have the 3rd combine. I always think that looks quite good in real life as well. Okay, so that's us up here. We still have some seed here. I'll have to clear that. But if we can just take this piece off, that would be very useful. I should think everything which is going into the combine at the moment is going to be for the pigs. It's all going to be pig food, as sunflowers is one of their requirements. The main requirement for pigs is actually corn, so we desperately do need to do some corn as well. Basically, we need everything. The pigs just want pretty much everything, except for silage. They don't want any silage at all, I don't think. Pretty sure they don't. Okay, it's actually a very similar colour to the soil. It almost looks like a cultivated field. That's the top piece almost done. Let's race back down to the bottom, and we'll do the same thing. First thing we'll do in the next episode is bring the truck over so we can unload. Racing along in my combine harvester. Oh crikey, it's recording. Well, as you've heard it now, I might as well just tell you that's from my finest repertoire. It's not a very big repertoire, but there you go. Almost full. 98, 99 and 100. Good, so that's as far as we go today. We'll unload straight away next time and just finish off this headland. It's next to nothing. And we'll get the other 2 on the go. This one can probably be the 3rd one. as it is now last. And yeah, the John Deere needs to come over here as well. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And just noticed that's been repainted. It's like it's rusted. It's all pitted. It's been touched up. Anyway, yeah, see you again soon. Bye for now.